So before I begin this Tokyo Ghoul Chapter 34, Tarot Card 12, the Hangman discussion video, I'm gonna ask, so how has all of your days been today? Has it been good, bad? I mean, how's it been? I'm just asking because, I'm just curious. It's something. I like getting to see how your days have been, Chibits. It really makes me happy to see some of you just talk about, different things that's happening in your life and stuff that, happens. Just asking, how was your day? Now, I just want to say right now, if you are not up to date with Tokyo Ghoul Chapter 34 at this point, like if you have not read the latest chapter that came out yesterday, or I guess 2 days ago, what time you probably see this video, do not watch this video, because this will contain spoilers. This does contain spoilers for anyone that is behind in Tokyo Ghoul. So now that that is out of the way, I'm going to give you 3 seconds to pause and end the video if this is spoilers for you. So 3, 2, 1... Stato. Okay, so right off the bat, I heard from so many Chibits in the comments on my Tokyo Ghoul video. Like, it's littered with fucking comments with the same thing, saying, like, Shirazu had the Tarot Card 12 on his shirt. On the second page. I guess third page if you count, the color page that we've seen constantly since the beginning. But the second page. In the second page, when Shirazu raises out of the bed, I will have the picture on the screen for you can see it. You will see a 12, which is very fucking small. Like, oh my god, that is small. But it's there. It's visually there, and I see it. Like, it is there. Like, it's plain as fucking day. It's a 12. And Shirazu has a 12 on his shirt as soon as he raises out of the bed. And instantly, when I discovered this, and, a bunch of Chibits, like, oh god, I think I got... I could say I think I got 70 plus comments saying that there was a Tarot Card 12 on Shirazu just on YouTube alone, not even counting Twitter and Facebook and different things like that. So, I know, I hear your plots, and I'm making a video on it just to dive into it a little bit more, and I discovered something about this Tarot Card that I did not know. I don't think majority of you might know what type of secret meaning was in this chapter. I'm not talking about the Tarot Card 12, because a majority of you actually knew about it. You found out about it. But I think I'm willing to bet that some of you might not realize that there is a hidden meaning with that Tarot Card 12. Let me explain. So, let's dive in. I want to do a brief description of the Tarot Card 12 for you can know what it is. The Tarot Card 12 is called the Hangman, or the Hangman Tarot Card. Kaneki Kin also got number 12 on him. It's like his main tarot card that is assigned to him. Kaneki is assigned the Tarot Card 12. And as we know, tarot cards can pop up in individual chapters. Just because a tarot card pops up doesn't mean that tarot card is officially assigned to that character permanently throughout the entire series. It doesn't mean that. Certain tarot cards can pop up to represent the meaning of and flow of certain chapters. For instance, what happened with Shu a couple chapters back, how I explained with the tarot card. And so this is what another case in point of this chapter is. Tarot Card 12 is more of representing the actions of Shirazu and what he has to do in the future before something bad happens or shit goes down. So let's do a brief, quick summary of the Hangman. I'm not going to read everything. I will have the link in the description if you want to check it out for yourself and read the Hangman's description for yourself so you can get all the information. But I want to do a brief description. So I'm going to read the upright Hangman tarot card meaning. The Hangman reflects a need to suspend action, and as a result, a period of indecision may be indicated. Decisions or actions that need to be implemented will be postponed. Even if at that time there's a sense of urgency to act, in fact, you may be much better off if you can stall in any decision making and action taking at this time in order to provide yourself with more time to reflect on the situation at hand and consider the greater good. Now that's a quick brief summary of the upright meaning of Tarot Card 12, and from what we could see on Shirazu's shirt, he has a 12 on his shirt and it's upright, it's not upside down. But this is where I don't think majority of you Chibits probably realize something. Let's, read the picture of the tarot card real quick. The description of the tarot card. The Tarot Card 12, the Hangman, is represented as an upside down man with a blue shirt and red pants. He is upside down. An upside down man is on this tarot card and he's being hung. He's called the Hangman. He's upside down. Now let's backtrack. On the first page of chapter 34, we see a man that appears to be hanging, linked to Tarot Card 12. Now let's point this obvious thing out. I think some of you might already understand where I'm going with this. On the upright picture of Tarot Card 12, the man is upside down. That's the upright version. What type of version of the Tarot card 12 did we see in this chapter? We saw a representation, a physical representation of the Tarot card 12 through Shirazu's father hanging. And what position was he in? Was he downward or upward? He was upward. And that would mean that this is a reverse Tarot card 12, the hangman that we are dealing with. We're not dealing with an upward hangman, like the standard hangman. We're dealing with a reverse hangman 12. Because the body of Shirazu's father is upright, and since Shirazu is assigned the Tarot card 12, like in this chapter, you can obviously link those two things that Ishida was playing with, saying that this is a reverse Tarot card 12. So let's find the meaning out of the reverse Tarot card 12, for we can understand what is really going on here. The reverse position of the man in the hangman indicates the need to look at yourself from an entirely different perspective, while the hanging indicates your life is simply suspended for a time in order for you to recognize what needs to be changed in your personality. The tree is also abundant with leaves and vines, which suggests the possibility that the situation will bear fruit. Thus, the hangman represents a reversal of your usual way of life and seeing the world from a completely different angle. This makes a lot more sense if you think about it. The upward position does make sense too, but the reverse position makes a lot more sense. Let me explain why. With Nutcracker's death, Shirazu saw something that was very different from what he has witnessed throughout his life. He always looked at ghouls as monsters. Monsters that were not human, had human emotions. Things that killed people just to kill people. That's how majority of CCG looks at it, and Shirazu looked at it the exact same way. And he saw how Nutcracker, at the end of her life, before she died, she just wanted to be beautiful. And that's represented in the nightmare that Shirazu has. And so, with the representation of this nightmare, what this means is Shirazu's way of life has changed. Like, he's looking at the world a lot differently. He's not looking at ghouls the exact same way as he used to. He's not looking at ghouls as if they're mindless monsters that just want to kill humans. He is now looking at ghouls as if they might have some form of humanity with them. And this is where the reverse Tarot card 12 represents, and why it represents Shirazu in this chapter. His way of life has flipped. He doesn't know what to think about this situation, and it's very obvious to understand this when you think about how he looked at the Chimera Kagane Quinque when it was given to him in this chapter, because he was crying. So, you have it to where Shirazu is having his perspective of the world change. He's at that point right now where he's kind of similar to Kaneki, where he needs to change his viewpoint on how the world works, how CCG and the ghouls operate. That is how he is doing, and this is going to lead him into a huge decision in the future that will determine how he will look at CCG versus Ogiri Tree and different events like that. And that is why I wanted to make this video, just to reveal that it is not an upward tarot card we are dealing with. We are dealing with a reverse. It's fucking crazy. So, that is about it, what all I need to discuss. I think I have explained that properly. If you want to read the tarot card meaning and you want to understand more about it, like I said, link in the description for you if you want to see the tarot card, the hangman. And like I said, the reason why I'm saying it's reverse is because the body of Shirazu's father was upright. The tarot card's actual tarot card picture has a downward body upside down with his head being hanged upside down. That means that it's actually a reverse tarot card since he was upright being hung with the 12 on Shirazu. So that's it. Brief summary, brief description, and talk about, this tarot card reverse 12. I love you all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.